back to my channel. It's Eva here, as per usual. Today is going to be a little bit different as you probably know, it's just kind of the end of the GCSE season for most of the year 11s. I'm in year 10 obviously, so I didn't do it, but one exam that I had to do with my mocks was my English speaking exam, which involves a pre-prepared presentation or speech spoken out to a class to see how your writing and your speaking comprehension. Mine was not marked, but if I didn't do it, I couldn't pass my English GCSE. First of all, just want to take a moment for the back of this hair. Oh, look at that side profile. Banana clip is actually my favourite way of styling my hair. But I just wanted to come here and give you a few tips, tricks, and what I did for my speech. I haven't got my marks yet, but I think it went well, for me at least. So yeah, first of all, I just want to come and say, I'm not going to give you any ideas. Ideas have to come from your interests, because I was contemplating ideas before I wrote my speech, or I did my speech, and I went through phases of doing the usual ones that everyone does, like the effect of social media and the psychology of beauty standards and stuff, and those are really nice ones to do if you like that kind of stuff. But I just thought it was really hard to make a speech about these kind of topics, and so that is why I ended up doing what I did, because it came from my heart and I could easily speak about this topic for 5 minutes. You can pre-prepare a speech, or if you're lazy like some people in my class, you could just think of it on the day and just make it up. But it's all about the way you deliver the lines. Obviously, it's all recorded on a camera. I'll show you the camera in a minute that it's recorded on, because I have the same make. And obviously talking to you guys is something made me a little bit less awkward to do in front of the camera, so I guess this YouTube channel has helped me in some way or another. But yeah, no, on to the tips, yeah. Number one, do something that you are passionate about. Obviously, the only people that are going to judge you is yourself, and obviously the mark schemes. You think that the people in your class I had to do it in front of my class. I begged not to do it in front of my class, but I still ended up doing it in front of my class, and I'm pretty glad I did, because it was a good experience for me actually. And I found myself more confident than I was in the earlier years of my school life, performing in front of the camera, which I think has been helpful due to this channel. You've got to speak from something from your heart. I did, if you've watched some of my past videos, you will know that I'm very interested in roller coasters, theme parks and stuff. So I did the safety of roller coasters and why you should conquer your fears. I have my speech, which I will read to you out at the end of this video, because I thought I'm pretty proud of my speech and I want to share it. So yeah, that is what I did. I did roller coasters because I can speak for way longer than 5 minutes about roller coasters, and I could answer questions easily about them because I like roller coasters. I've put a lot of effort and time into researching them and knowing a lot about them, going to theme parks and stuff. So I spoke about the safety of them. I think my speech went really well. Obviously, some more tips. This is just the writing portion of the tips bit. Obviously, write out something you're passionate about. If you do something that you're not passionate about, you will not make as good of a speech if you do something you are passionate about. I feel like I'm just restating the same thing over and over again, and that is because I am. If you just do something that you don't care about and you're just doing it for the marks, you will not get the marks if you do something that you're passionate about. Even if it's stupid, like your favourite TV show or your favourite game, yeah, you can speak about that, and if you speak about it confidently, it will get you the marks. You could talk about the gibberish for 5 minutes and still get the marks if you deliver it correctly. Now I'm gonna give you some tips for the speaking portion. Obviously the speaking portion is the scariest bit. Writing it is pretty easy for most people, as writing something about something you're passionate about is easy. I found it really super easy to write about my speech. It took me like 30 minutes, and then I did read over it and change a bit and add a bit, because I thought it wasn't long enough, or I thought it was too long and I wanted to add some final points. I did cheat a little bit because I have done a video on basically the same topic and how you overcome your fears of roller coasters on this channel, which I basically copied some of the script into it, which did help me quite a lot, but it's not too, overwhelming. The speaking bit, 1, do not imagine everyone is naked. Everyone goes, imagine them all as naked. Don't do that. Please don't imagine your classmates naked. That's just awkward, and I think it'd make it just so much worse. I found what really helps me is just focus on the camera. The camera is what's judging you. The people around are not judging you. When it comes to questions, obviously, look at the people who are asking questions and answer accordingly. But for the main part of the speech that I did, stare at the camera. That is who you're speaking to, and that is who you're delivering the speech to, not your class. The camera. If you look at your friends, you might start laughing. If you look at like people that you don't really care about or you're scared of, or like are intimidating or bully you or something, that could kind of make you freeze up and stuff. So I just kept my eyes on the camera, and you can bring papers up. I brought my entire speech up, and I did read it, but you don't read it. If you read it looking down, you will lose marks. You've got to look at it, kind of take it in, and then read it out like this, like I'm doing now. But yeah, just look at the camera. Just look into the camera. It might seem a bit scary, a bit awkward just talking into a camera, but I promise you it's so much better than looking into your classmates' eyes or your teacher's eyes, because that is just pretty scary. Obviously, your speech has to be 3 to 5 minutes long, and you have to answer questions. So you've got to do something that you're knowledgeable enough to answer questions on. Obviously, I did roller coasters, and I can answer pretty much any question on roller coasters that you have. You can ask me down in the comments below. I can answer things probably without Google, but yeah. If you want to, you can give questions to your friends to ask you. Like if you did roller coasters, you could give questions to your friends to ask you, like, what's your favourite roller coaster? What's your favourite inversion? What's your blah blah blah? But yeah, that is what I believe is just the easiest way. Now, obviously, onto the thing that can give you ideas. I'm gonna perform for you my speech, exactly how I did in class. So yeah, let me get my speech and I'll show you. Sorry, I just needed to lower you down a little bit. Now, this is actually pretty nerve-wracking because, like, this is pretty scary. So I'm going to read you my speech now. I can't really read it because the folds are, like, impacting the letters in space. Sorry, my hair is falling out. The banana clips aren't actually the most secure thing. But, okay, let me start now. You have to go, you start with, hello, my name is Eva. My candidate number is blah, 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 blah. And my centre number is blah, 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 blah. Okay, and then you start, okay. Hello, are you scared of roller coasters? Are you always the designated bag holder? Are you missing out on all the fun? Ask yourself, why are you scared of roller coasters? Do you think they're unsafe? Let me persuade you otherwise. First of all, media outlets like the news like to demonise the amusement industry, making regular checks and momentary breakdowns seem like life-threatening situations. Well, they are wrong. They're using a tactic called sensationalism, to present stories in a way that is intended to provoke public interest or excitement at the expense of accuracy to get readers to click. Every single coaster, no matter if it's a baby coaster or a thrill coaster, goes through rigorous checks every single day, month, year, or any time any problems occur. The safety checks include checking sensors, trains, restraints, wheels, track, and trains every single morning, before anybody, even staff, rides it. Restraints, arguably the most important part on any ride, the thing keeping the guests safe, also plays a part in how safe and comfortable the guests feel. There are 2 main types of restraints. Over-the-shoulder restraints, which, as the name suggests, are pulled over the shoulder and lock into place, securing the upper body of the guests. This makes the guests feel most safe and comfortable. And the equally safe lap bar, which is pulled over the guest's thighs and locks them in place. This provides a more freeing feeling to the upper body, but public deem them less safe, which is untrue. Both restraints are usually accompanied by a seatbelt, placed on the seat and the restraint. Even though it's redundant, it comforts guests, making them feel extra safe. Now, are you worried about crashing? Ask yourself, how many people do you know who have been in a roller coaster accident? Not any. Now, ask yourself, how many people do you know who have been in a car accident? I definitely know a few. But would you feel more? Roller coasters, I bet. Well, the stats of roller coaster accidents happening are 1 in 170 million, whereas a car accident is 1 in 15.5 million, showing that you are 10.97 times more likely to get in a car accident than a roller coaster accident. This proves that even though scary, roller coasters are utmost safe, and safety is a paramount on all attractions. You may argue that the Smiler had a crash in 2015. And yes, this is true, and I cannot argue against it. It was not the coaster's fault. It was human interference and action that caused the casualty happening in 2015. The coaster stopped the train full of people in the block track, as the block track with the empty train was full, as it had a train in it that had valleyed. This shows that human interference caused the casualty. It reopened, however, showing how utmost safe the roller coaster is. The science of roller coasters also plays a part in the safety. That's why loops are not exactly circular, but the forces you feel on your body impact the ride. When you ascend the lift hill, you build up potential energy, and as you start your descent, the potential energy changes into kinetic energy as you gain speed. The G-force, the amount of gravity you feel, or the amount you're pushed into your seat, keeps you feeling safe and comfortable even though you're flipped upside down. Now, why should you ride roller coasters? Well, roller coaster is a safe way to feel adrenaline, as they release the hormones dopamine and adrenaline. These are the same hormones released when taking drugs. So coasters provide an insane rush and a sense of accomplishment when you completed a large coaster that you feared. And it's super fun. Now, here are some tips for you for when you overcome your fears. Number 1, try and go with friends. The peer pressure will press you onto the rides, and if you're equally scared, you can conquer your fears together. Number 2, try and sit at the front of the train, as it provides a less thrilling experience, as the back rows go at the top speed for the longest amount of time. And you can see the track and prepare for what is coming up. Number 3, watch POVs before you go while in your queue to prepare yourself if you want some reassurance. And number 4, try and keep your eyes open the entire way, even if you are scared, as if you close your eyes, you will get motion sick as your senses are unsynced, putting you off coasters completely. Thank you so much for listening. Any questions? Now, after you've done that bit and you've performed your speech, you will get asked a series of questions. I only got asked, I think, 3, which I will reflect. My first question was from one of my teachers was, if you were scared of roller coasters, what would you go straight on the thrill coasters? Which I replied in a very professional way. No, if you were scared of roller coasters, you would not go straight onto the thrill coasters. You build up from the baby coasters to the thrill coasters to the family thrills to the thrills. You work your way up as it builds your confidence and makes you just feel more reassured. My next question was from one of my classmates. What's your favourite roller coaster? I will probably give you... This is my answer, and then I'll give you my answer was, it's probably got to be Nemesis at Alton Towers. It's just a classic, and the speed and the intensity, and it's such a nice layout. The theming and the entire experience just enhanced it, and it's such a classic. And my third question was from this one group which likes to bamboozle everyone with their questions. They're asking such hard questions to everyone, so I had to prepare for this one. So my question was, how does the safety differ from amusement rides to proper theme parks? Like, how does the safety differ from fun fairs to Alton Towers? Which I responded with, well, Alton Towers obviously goes through rigorous checks every single morning, checking everything they can to make sure it's equally safe. It doesn't travel and the footers are permanently placed in there. Obviously, I didn't put too much research into fairs as I'm more into theme parks, but I assume they don't go through as many checks as such a big theme park like Alton Towers do, especially after the crash. But I'm sure they're still safe and they check the wheels and the restraints and stuff, but I don't think they are as safe as like Alton Towers. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this really helped you. If you have any questions about your speech or what you should do it on, or if you need any more tips, or if you want any questions about the GCSE Year 10 speaking exam, comment it down below and I'll answer any questions you have that I can. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified next time I upload. Okay, I love you very much. Bye.